the science of habits. And of course, we have positive and negative habits. And right now, some of the amazing positive habits that you have, you perhaps cannot do because you're stuck inside or whatever it is that you're up to these days. You may be super busy or not. And maybe some of your negative habits are firing because you're home. Whatever they are, we're going to talk about the science of habits. And I think that understanding how habits really work, to make that really conscious, is often the solution to improving the good habits that you have to be even better, or to get rid of the negative habits that you sort of would like to change. And typically speaking, unconsciously, we do our habits on autopilot. You know, we are aware of the long-term outcome of the habit. We may have some dialogue about it, but we often do it either unnoticed, or we feel we have no control over it, or we talk ourselves into tomorrow will be better. And oftentimes people are aware of our habits, but we kind of aren't, right? And so I'll give you an example of a habit that I often see at work, is that people are sitting in the front row and have like no awareness that there's someone sitting behind them. And so their habit is, when they see no one in their line of vision, then it seems to them that they're having a personal conversation with me. And so they even go, oh, I have a story about that too. And I'm like, what? I'm teaching. I'm not necessarily interested in your story. We're not one-on-one here. I also love macaroni and cheese. I am not ashamed to admit it. Anyway, so the first part of a habit is a trigger. Like, oh, I have a question. That could be a trigger. Or in my case, I see macaroni and cheese in my mind, and then I can taste it, usually. Okay? So something starts off this trigger, and that could be within yourself. It could be an image, it could be a thought, it could be a sound that you sort of like experience in your head. It can also be something in your environment that triggers it. You see something, you hear something. I think the trickiest one, and that's often very true about the people who are wanting to lose weight, or have some other like substance addiction. Many habits are triggered by an emotion, right? And it's not just the emotion of withdrawing, the anxiety, but it can be any emotion. It can be feeling bored, it can be feeling lonely, it can be feeling tired,